Um, I just assumed everyone, so I just started recording and I was going to post it, but yeah, anyway, a little humorous. Still letting people on. So this is the girls parent meeting, Sunday night, June 20.
Take a deep breath.
I didn't hear that. No, I can't hear you. Let's mute. Nope.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I thought you said something.
I said take a deep breath. We're good.
Because that works. Thank you for that. Okay.
You're welcome.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Yes, so I'll delete the last message. I was just gonna record myself and send it to you, but I said, oh, everyone forgot tonight. Anyway, so our this is Maddox's mom and my husband. Hello. This is Maddox's mom. Okay, got your question. So I will read the agenda items and thank you for the additional questions that we have, and we'll definitely get to all of those. So our weekend in review, teams playing next weekend, this week's schedule, the summer schedule, tryout date, fall schedule, and all the summer camps and clinics, trainings, etc. So, and then we had a handful of specific team questions that we can definitely address 60 elite. And then actually we have an answer to that question in general that will answer that question. So, and then obviously any questions you guys may have. We do. All right. So this weekend in review, we had 7 Magic teams playing in the Dye Sports tournament this weekend up in Marysville. It was quite the hike. But the beautiful part was it was nice to be all under one roof, being able to support one another. And we were able to watch some good games. The boys 4th and 6th, the 4th, 5th split and 6th, they both took home the championship. So congratulations to them. None of our girls teams took home the championships, but I will say there was a lot of good, just a good moments, individual breakout games, just watching some of the teams, how they're forming, and just thinking and looking into how next year we want to put some pieces together that make us even stronger and more competitive, etc. So it was just really good to see. I loved watching all the teams play, and it was nice to be under one roof. Next weekend, the teams that are playing are the Rising 3rd grade team, the 4th Rising team, 5th Rising team, 7th, our Blue Star Washington, High School Elite, and Team Huff and Team Rice, 17U, 16U teams. It's the WCE tournament. It's considered a national tournament, but they have a stop in Seattle, so it's a pretty big tournament. There's over 300 teams in it, from all over, from California, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Eastern Washington, etc. So we usually use this tournament as a warm up going into our travel season for our traveling teams. So this team, it should be a great weekend. Unfortunately, and then we have boys 8th and 7th in it. But unfortunately, we're all over the place. The schedule's out. It's posted on the site, but it looks like we're all over the place this weekend. So, unlike this weekend where we're able to support one another, it's going to be difficult. So keep an eye out just in case the schedule changes. We'll definitely do kind of an update or final logistics by Wednesday. Because it is early and things do happen. So just be on the lookout for that. Don't go by the first initial schedule. We hope it doesn't change. It may not change, but we always want to be just looking ahead. but it looks like a great tournament for our teams that are getting ready to travel. And speaking of travel, our 17U, 16U, their schedule's out too for July. So we'll be posting that to the website or to Mojo. And there's the tournament in Chicago, Kentucky, and then Florida. And then the other traveling team, Blue Star Washington, they'll be going to Chicago and Ohio. And then our fifth rising will be going to Ohio. So tournament schedules for the national teams usually come out weeks in advance. So we'll have an idea of what we're looking at and who we're playing against. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, if you haven't paid your traveling fees, please do so. It helps us keep costs down if we can secure things early. And that helps when, everyone pays on time their travel fees. Coach E, did you have anything to add with that? Okay. No. All right.
No, you did an excellent job of describing that. Any questions?
Hi, Vanessa. So the seventh grade going to Chicago, that schedule hasn't posted yet, even though we're only 2 weeks away.
It should be this weekend. So I was hoping to wake up this morning to it. So I was surprised it wasn't out. So they usually get it out by now. So they're probably just, getting some last minute pieces in place, but that should be out late tonight or tomorrow. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, speaking of the national tournaments, make sure you've done your NCAA. If you've done it already, you don't need to do it again. But the people that are traveling in the summer who didn't travel in April would need to do it. It's mandatory, and you have to do it in order to be qualified to play. We had a pretty unfortunate incident years ago where, we were traveling with 5 or 6 teams, and we missed one, and by the time we got there, we got all the way to California and she wasn't able to play. So we want to make sure everyone has their NCAA, and if you haven't done so, just shoot me a message and I'll send you a link. It's nothing on our end that we can just do. You have to go on their site and input your information, and they send you through, I don't even know what it is, but a group of questions that makes you eligible to play in college viewing tournaments. So please make sure to make that a priority if you haven't done so already. And again, if you've done it already, you don't need to do it again because you're already in the system for the year.
Vanessa, can you send an updated list on who is not eligible, who's not done that yet?
Yep, I'll do that.
Thank you.
So our tryout date for next season is August 28th. Giadroni has penciled us in for that date. They have not confirmed yet, but we want you guys to just have as much notice as you can. Our goal for next season is to field 2 teams in each age group, and to play in a rising schedule if you're 8th and under, or play in an elite schedule. And then high school, we'd have our Team Huff, Team Rice, but we don't really solidify that till next spring of 2024. But this is mainly for the youth teams, 8th and under. The difference in the two, for those of you that don't know, it's more of a commitment to be on the rising team. There's a commitment to traveling. There's a commitment to your training regimen. There's a commitment, just more of a commitment. Elite teams, maybe they are not able to travel, or they're multi-sport athletes, or they just don't want to travel, or we just have a group of girls that fit that elite program. So there's different things that we look at when forming these teams, but we really would need to know if you get chosen for a rising team if you're not able to travel. Because, you know, we want to make sure we're able to field these teams when we commit to a schedule, you know, a year in advance. Already we know that, you know, in April next year, we have to go to Chicago with a 17, 16, 15. We already know in April, we have to go, you know, with a 17, 16, 15. We already know in June or July, we have to go to Chicago and Ohio with a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. 8th can play 15 too. So, you know, just we want everyone to know as early as possible. And we want to know as early as possible if you get invited to a specific team, if you're able to field that schedule. And we have the same schedule for our younger teams as well, who will be playing in made hoops versus more local, etc. So giving you all this information so you guys can plan with your families and decide, you know, if it's a good fit or what will work best for you. And the sooner everybody knows, the better. They'll get the same level of coaching, same level of training. They're just taking 2 different paths. So any questions about that for next season? All right. So next season doesn't officially start till the second, after August, after our last tournament in August. So then your child will be considered the next grade. Through the summer, they play at the grade they're in right now. That's the AAU world. Did you have something to add, Coach E?
Nope.
All
Good
right.
job.
Any questions? Anyone? All right. So school's out, I think, for most people, and so summer's in session. We have our summer program rolling out. Practices will start at Sumner the following week, June 3rd. Please take a look at Mojo. And we try to keep that updated as best we can. We have our camps and clinics, 50% off for Magic members. And then I also privately train during the summer. And my schedule's out. It's almost full, not quite full, but it's almost full. But I like to offer it to Magic members first and then open it up to non-Magic members. So if you're interested in getting on the schedule, let me know. Myself, Coach Leasia, also train in the summer. And the trainings usually are at my house in Puyallup during the day or Coach E's house. But for the most part, they're at my house. And we do more of the group stuff at Coach E's house. The question in team chat was from Maddox's mom, just asking about the 6th Elite and how it was going to be structured. And so everyone will try out again, and we kind of hit the reset button in August. For the most part, there could be a core group of players that stay together, but we want to keep rosters at 8 to 10. And we want to make sure we have a group of girls that can start and play together through the season. I know it seems a little disruptive, especially this last year. We've moved some pieces around. We folded a team and then ended up moving those girls around, which ended moving this team around. So that is definitely not a typical year. If teams start in September, those teams should go through the following August for the most part. And then by August, you know, you obviously see the chemistry, the continuity, and how teams are developed. So that's how we'd like to go in a perfect world. Again, this year was a little different with a lot of moving pieces and different things that happen that force us to do things. But that's how we'd like to do it. We'd like to hit the reset button. We have a group of 18 to 20 girls, make 2 teams in each division, rising and elite, and then put them on a different schedule and And that's how that will go. So I hope that answers that question for the 6th elite. So another question was,
And I'll wait for Maddox parent. Can you hear me?
we can hear you, yep. You said,
Can
yep.
everybody hear me?
Yep.
Oh. All righty. And I just wanted, go ahead.
You're going in and out.
Okay, so I just wanted to thank, am I? How about now?
It's just because some
Am I
people
still
don't have
going
their
in and
phone
out?
muted.
Okay, so can everybody hear me? I'm assuming yes. Okay, Vanessa gave me the thumbs up. But I want to thank everyone for working so hard with the parking at the house. And I have to tell you, I truly enjoyed having everybody at the house. I could get really used to it. And just a reminder that we're trying to keep people parking to the left side of the court. If you're facing the court, I think most of you know what I'm talking about. And then around the circle. But also when you first come in the driveway, you can park on the side as long as you're allowing cars to go through. And keep in mind when you come early and the other ones haven't left, sometimes we overload the parking a little bit. But thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Any
Yes.
questions?
We appreciate you opening your court to
Oh, it's fun. It's a dream come true to have the magic court.
yeah, it sure is.
Yep.
So we've added, so everyone's practices as far as the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th elite, your practices are the same as it was last week, which was Monday, Wednesday. There's a 6 to 7:15 slot, and there's 7:15 to 8:30 slot. The high schoolers, the 3 high school teams, and the Blue Star Washington, you guys have a different schedule this week, and it's on Mojo. And so it's not at Coach E's house. So please take a look at that to answer your question, Leanne.
And we're 1 minute over for our next meeting.
Our coaches meeting, yep.
Yep.
Any other
Thank you,
questions? Leanne, are you good with that? Oh, make sure. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
All right. All right, well, thank you, guys. Looking forward to the summer. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
All righty. Thank you.
Good deal.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you, Edwina.
All right, take care,
Appreciate
guys.
you too.
Bye, guys.